People across the globe are celebrating the holy festival of Eid al-Fitr. But as the world celebrates this holy festival, for the people in Sudan, the situation is altogether different. The country is on the boil for almost 2 weeks now. More than 400 people have been killed. Over 3,500 are injured as Sudan's army is fighting its paramilitary forces in a brutal internal strife. On Saturday morning, gunfire shattered a temporary truce in Khartoum, the capital of Sudan. The Sudanese army agreed to a special 3-day ceasefire on the occasion of Eid. However, violence between the army and paramilitary force resumed in violation of the call. The two forces, which have turned Sudan into a battleground for power, the residents of Khartoum are left to survive without water, food or electricity. In the capital, people are struggling hard to quench their thirst. They are being forced to live under the darkness due to a power cut as heavy gunfire and bomb attacks continue to rattle the city.
مشكلة المويه الحقيقة مشكلة كبيرة والناس بتعاني منها معاناة شديدة. حتى الناس ما لاقية يعني حتى المويه الصحة في المحلات التجارية والماء ما موجودة. بنناشد المسؤولين إنه يتحركوا إن شاء الله عن طريق الدفاع المدني، عن طريق كل الجهات، ناس الشرطة يوفروا على الأقل تناكر توزع المويه للناس المحتاجين المتضررين.
The continuous fighting in Sudan's capital is affecting supplies of daily necessities as well, like food and medicines have been badly disrupted by the continuing conflict. Meanwhile, terrified Sudanese are fleeing Khartoum, hauling whatever belongings they can carry as they try to get out of the capital. Analysts have warned that the conflict could affect countries across the region. As per United Nations, up to 20,000 people have already fled to neighboring Chad.
أنا لما طلعت بالغيار اللي أنا لابسه، ما شايل، لا شايل قروش، لا شايل، أنا قروش خليتها في البيت ما أعرف ممكن اللي يحصل عليها شنو. ما شايل، لا شلت غيارات، لا شلت شنطة ظهر، لا شلت، ما شلت أي حاجة.
Meanwhile, according to media reports, 50 Saudi nationals and others rescued from battle-scarred Sudan arrived by sea to the port city of Jeddah. Many who fled got their first proper view of the destruction wrought by the fighting, with buildings punctured by rockets, power lines ripped down, walls peppered with bullet holes, and the smoldering remains of charred military vehicles abandoned in the streets. Even as violence in Khartoum continues, countries across the globe are scrambling to get their citizens out of Sudan. Plans are being made to evacuate foreign nationals, with US, South Korea, and Japan deploying forces to nearby countries. The European Union is also weighing a similar move. The US State Department said the fighting had made Sudan too risky for an evacuation of embassy personnel from Khartoum. As the fighting continues in Sudan, there are now reports of other countries arming the warring sides and fueling the conflict. A Wall Street Journal report says Egyptian military has sent warplanes and pilots to back the Sudanese army. Meanwhile, Khalifa Haftar, the commander of a powerful Libyan militia, dispatched at least one plane to fly military supplies to Sudan's rapid support forces. Russia's Wagner Group has also reportedly offered heavy weapons to the leader of Sudan's rapid support force, the paramilitary. According to a senior US official, the Kremlin-backed militia has offered to send arms, including shoulder-mounted man-pads, anti-aircraft missiles that it has in neighboring Central African Republic. Wagner Group has been active in recent years in the country. But since the report surfaced that Wagner Group is supplying arms to the paramilitary force, the RSF has come forward and debunked the report. They say the RSF do not have any involvement with the Wagner Group, but it's the army who have aligned themselves with these foreign forces. For more on this, we were earlier joined by Muhammad Alamin, who's a Sudanese journalist from Khartoum. Listen in.
Yes, actually the clashes are ongoing, and this truce has not held anymore, actually. You know, the two sides, the two warring parties, the Sudanese Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces, have declared a 72 hours temporary ceasefire. But they do not implement it actually, because now today the fighting is ongoing in different parts of Khartoum. It's spread even to new places like the twin cities of Khartoum, which is Bahri and Omdurman. There are fighting also around the army headquarters, and there is a fighting near the presidential palace as well. So basically, the truce has not been implemented. It has not worked. We can say that the situation is, in the end, the scale of fighting is not like yesterday, but it's still ongoing. So the two sides are violating the ceasefire so far.